Today I'm gonna be talking about Up, the movie, and Disneyland, and Guardians of the Galaxy, and Tower of Terror. So let me just start off by saying that I'm very angry that they changed Tower of Terror. I just think that Disney is now becoming all about the money. Like they bought Marvel, and it's just I think it's BS. Like Disney is like fairy tales and princesses and happy, fluffy, colorful, kind of kiddish stories and movies. And I think Guardians of the Galaxy is really adult. I mean, it's a stupid movie. I mean, I tried to watch it. I honestly hated it before I watched it because, I mean, why would you get rid of. Anyways, I watched it. I tried to watch it, at least. I got like an hour into it and I was so bored. Like, I don't know. I don't really see what all the hype's about. But, anyways, I was thinking about, like, how could that ride be different? What could they have changed it into that would be better? And I got to thinking. I already posted like a long thing on my Instagram about it, but I don't know if everyone saw it. I don't know how many people even watch these, or who cares. But yeah. So basically, I thought of an Up ride. Up is one of my favorite movies because I just think it's really well done and the storyline is really well thought out, and I just think it's really good. It just gives you a lot of good feelings in your heart, and that sounds really cheesy, but I love it. So, I have I made like a blueprint kind of thing. I like drew how the outside would look. And it's just really like simplified, I guess, but I don't know how well this is gonna. Okay, so this is the Up house, obviously, and it would be coming out of the building. Like it wouldn't just be like flat. I'm gonna put it down and then explain it, but yeah, just look at this for a second. This is the building. Yeah. Okay. So, the Up house would be like kind of 3D-ish. It would be like in front of it. Like there'd be like a replica of the house in front of the actual tall building. And there'd be cuz in Up, if someone hasn't seen Up, go watch it or go look up a summary because I'm not about to explain that whole movie, but Carl lives in the city, and he's like one of the last houses. I think he lives in New York or something. He's like one of the last houses like in the city, and this big developing company is trying to get him to sell them his house for a lot of money, and he just won't do it. So during that whole process, there's like construction equipment like cranes and stuff and those scoopy thingies, and those would be like out here, like right here, just outside of it, the ride. And they wouldn't be like, they'd be like more cartoonish, more animated, like in Bugs Land, how they're not like actual bugs, they're like cartoony. The construction equipment would be like the same animation as the movie, so they'd be more simplified, I guess. And then there'd be a white picket fence. The white picket fence would be the line that would be where everyone stands in it and goes through and waits. And you'd be standing on green, so it'd be grass, I guess, or a sidewalk. I haven't decided what it would be like. But yeah, and then once you'd go through the line, and when you walk into the ride, you'd go through the front door actually. So you'd go up a couple steps and go through the front door. And then once you go through the front door, you would see the inside of his house. It'd be like a complete replica, like exactly the same. Carl's chair and Ellie's chair would probably be right in front of you. Yeah. And then you'd go through, oh, you know how like in Tower of Terror, the people in it were like bellhops, like creepy bellhops? Well, the people in it would be balloon workers, balloon animal people, whatever, balloon giver-outers, because that was Carl's job, and that's how he met Ellie, because they met at the zoo. And so yeah, all the people in there would have like little like fake balloon carts, and they'd have balloons off of them, and they'd just be really happy. And you know, if there was like a cute little girl or little boy that came in, they would give him a balloon or whatever. It'd just be really laid back. I don't know if Disney would give out free balloons, but yeah. And then you'd go through the whole line. So you know how in Tower of Terror you'd go through the doors? There'd be like the elevator, I guess. It would just be like one of Carl's rooms, and you would go into the room. Yeah, you'd go into the room, and then once the doors opened, oh, the video. I don't know if there'd be a video in the room, like while you're waiting. I haven't decided that. But yeah, so when the doors open out of that room, you'd go upstairs, like up his stairs, and in Carl's house, there's like the little chair thing that goes up the stairs. You would see that. You wouldn't go on it, obviously, because there's like thousands of people that ride that a day, but yeah, you'd see it, and it'd be cute. And then getting on the ride, so you go through the line, blah, 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 you go into the actual ride. And before I go any further, the outside of the building, it would be the same color as the sky. Like, knowing Disney, they could make it look like kind of blending in, I guess. I don't know if you've seen those kinds of buildings, but yeah. And then the balloons would like 360 around the whole building. So if you're on the freeway, you could see the balloons. If you were anywhere else in the park, you could see the balloons. Like, it'd just be sick. And so then you'd go on the ride, and the chairs in there would be like colorful. I would want them to be like couchish and like old people, like furniture, I guess. But like workable for a ride. I don't know. It would, yeah. I'd have to work out the kinks with that, but yeah. Oh yeah. And on the outside of the building, also there'd be the city buildings in the back of his house, because he's the last house in the city, or like you assume that he's the last house in the city. So then you'd go in and you'd sit on the couches or whatever, and you'd and the cage around you. You know how that like Tower of Terror had like a cage? This would be like windows, and when you look out the windows, you'd see balloons. So it'd be like a projection of balloons outside of the windows, and you look forward, and I don't know if you've ever seen the movie. When they take off, Carl and Russell are in this room right here, and they're steering the house. So when you look forward, the graphics in front of you would be Carl and Russell steering the house, and it'd be like it'd kind of like quickly go through the movie. So first they'd go through the storm, So you know how they first it'd be fine and you'd just be like this, and then you'd go through the storm, and that's when you go up and down, and you'd still see the graphics, and the graphics would be turning and turning, and you'd be going up and down and shaking a little, and then clouds, and then storm clouds would cover the screen, and then they'd come out, and then it'd be Paradise Falls, and then quickly you'd meet Russell and the dogs, and then 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 you'd meet Kevin. I don't know if you could meet Kevin. I think he would just quickly come in, and then they'd go home, I guess, and Russell and Carl would be like, "Wow, like great trip," or whatever, and you'd land and you'd see the cloud layers and stuff, and you'd go down, 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 and then you'd land, and then the graphics in front of you would quickly just be Carl's house, or you'd be in Carl's house and you'd be looking through a window out on the street. No, actually, no. No, that's wrong. Nope, because the movie ends with Carl letting his house go into Paradise Falls. So actually, then they'd take over the jet, the guys, I forgot his name, the adventure guy's jet with all the dogs on it and stuff. Yeah, so you'd get in that. I guess the graphics, Disney can make it so you feel like you're wherever you want to be. And then you'd land, and it'd just be Carl and Russell saying something or whatever, and then there'd be a little part where it'd go through the scrapbook of their adventure, and the picture part, they would take a picture, and then that would be, it would be like a Polaroid picture, kinda. The graphics would show it's like a Polaroid picture, and that would be your picture in the end. So yeah, so that's like, if I could achieve that in my life, I would be the happiest girl in the world. And I could literally cry thinking about that because that'd be insane. Yeah. And then there'd be no window for the drop thing. It'd just be purely animated, just like really good Pixar animation. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Yeah. And in front of the ride, it'd be Carl and Ellie's mailbox. So yeah, from what I've seen of the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, they didn't build it all the way around the building. It's kind of just like a piece that's like put on to the front of the building. So I'm hoping that maybe when that dies down or gets less popular, Disney will change it, because they build it kind of fast. And I feel like they built it that fast because it's kind of just temporary, I hope. But I've also heard that they're tearing out the whole Hollywood backlot to be Marvel Land, which is bullshit. I am so upset about it. I love, like, Disney was like my one like happy place. Not my one happy place, obviously, but yeah, it makes me sad. It's just like, it's like not as special, you know. I just feel like Up would go really well with Cars Land. It's right there. I just feel like it'd just be like so Disney and like really imaginative. So yeah, thanks for watching if you watched this far.